Happy Friday! I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio at the Morning Pulse here on this Friday, February 21st. Since 1996, the Nebraska Arborist Association has given recognition annually to those aiming to expand knowledge of arboriculture while encouraging high ethical standards in the field as well. One of the ways that the NAA has carried out this recognition is in the form of yearly awards in a trio of categories, ranging from Educator of the Year, Lifetime Achievement Award, and Arborist of the Year, which in 2025 has been bestowed upon a Greater Nebraska man. Lyle Minchell joined the city of North Platte in 1979, serving in his current capacity as Parks and Recreation Director since 1994. 2 years later, Minchell became one of the very few certified arborists in Greater Nebraska.
We plant a tree now, it's going to only benefit the next generation. So the best time to plant a tree was 20 to 40 years ago. So, and the next best time is now, so that tree will have the full benefits, in the next 20, 30 years. And so it doesn't happen suddenly, and we don't get immediate gratification from a tree, and that's kind of one of the hard things in society.
A couple of North Platte individuals recognized recently as Senator Mike Jacobson received the Frank Morrison Award coveted by the NETA. It's not given out every year, and it's presented to an elected official that champions the cause of tourism and goes above and beyond to impact the industry. This year, the presentation was to Senator Jacobson, who in the 2024 session in representing District 42 dove into and helped to stop a truly damaging bill in fighting a good fight during the session as well, according to a press release. And then another North Platte individual recognized as well during the award ceremony as the Crystal Compass Award is given out yearly to an individual that's greatly impacted NETA with their contribution to the board or commitment, along with making a sizable impact their community, region, and state. This year's recipient was David Fudge, who you just saw a moment ago, who has dedicated 2 decades of his life to making a meaningful impact on the region and the state, serving as an NETA board member for 8 years, including a couple as the president. He worked tirelessly during the session, lobbying for bills to get passed in support of tourism within the state as well. Of course, Fudge serving as the executive director for Nebraska Land Days for a number of years, transitioning to a new role now with Nebraska Land Bank in North Platte. So congratulations to a couple of North Platte's finest. In national news, sales of ag equipment like tractors and combines are down. According to new data from the Association of Equipment Manufacturers, U.S. sale of ag tractors dropped nearly 16%, while sales of combines fell nearly 79%. Canadian sales also fell during the month of January. The Association of Equipment Manufacturers says they're trying and seeing a continuation of slow sales from 2024. The ag industry continues to face uncertainties, including global trade concerns. And Americans are finding it more difficult to pay off their debt, and in some cases, they have not been this overexhausted since the aftermath of the Great Recession. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York released its latest look on credit conditions for American households. According to the quarterly report, all major loan categories, including mortgages, auto loans, credit cards, home equity lines of credit, and student loans, saw increases. The report also showed Americans appear to be having more difficulty dealing with debt. Overall delinquency rates increased for the previous quarter, and the sale of households that missed payments for 90-plus days on their loans and credit cards are at 14-year highs. Awfully concerning. Winter weather can be tough on many things, and with the colder temperatures we experienced this week, it also means your body is working harder. The American Heart Association says in these conditions we experienced this week, it takes more energy to warm the cold air in your lungs, which in turn uses more blood. Mixing that with hard work, doctors say it could be a recipe for disaster, as medical professionals say that it's important to listen to your body.
Beware of the warning signs. When you're outside scooping snow, just walking through heavy snow, or with the wind when it's extreme cold like this outdoors, just need to be aware of those symptoms that would be unusual.
Other signs include trouble breathing, cold sweats, and shooting pains around the body as well. But thankfully, we should get a little bit of a break in the dangerously cold weather. It looks like we've got a little bit of an opportunity for some snow to even be melted as soon as this weekend rolls around. 28 for the high today, though, approaching 30 degrees. It's going to feel awfully good in comparison to what we've experienced the past several days. It's been a brutal week, but thankfully, a bit of a break here. We're going to see temperatures climb all the way into the low 60s. not going to feel too bad here for the next several days and should see some snow melted, I would imagine. That's going to wrap up an edition of the Morning Pulse. Have a great weekend, and a quick note, I will be out of the office Monday and Tuesday, but not to worry. You'll be in the worthy hands of Victoria Norgard for the Morning Pulse, and I'll be back in the studio sometime next week. Until then, take care.